Welcome back to part 3 of this little series on Acer Palmatum Osakazuki's disease problem. Following from part 2 yesterday, I did that pruning. I've cut the upper trunk here, as you can see. Quite dry wood inside. There's a little bit of sap on the outer rim when I was cutting it. I've took a major branch off the top, which was an awkward shape, plus it was damaged leaves on the ends of those branches, so I think that would have died back as well. I think I've took off most of the black branching, and I also took off some of the length on some of these lower branches, just to bring the tree in a little bit and give it a little bit of a proportion. As you can see now, it's only about 3.5 foot tall, much smaller than what it originally was. There's a few little damaged leaves with obviously the caterpillars, I think it was, that are doing this damage. I'll remove them and generally just tidy up the tree a little bit with some of its dieback, some tiny little bits of dieback. I'll check over for any dog branching. As you can see, sorry, we're about away here, there's a few dried leaves, and I have to keep an eye on that. So unfortunately there's not a lot we can do at this point in time. A little bit tidy up when I've got time the next day or two, and like I said, on those leaves and dieback. And then it's just a matter of seeing how the tree does in the coming weeks before the autumn, and then probably dig it up once the autumn's passed and repot it, and then see what happens next year. Hopefully we've done enough to save the tree. I can show you two other little trees that were in the same position about 3 years ago. This is a little Acer Palmatum. Now this was a 3-foot bushy tree, and it started with this botrytis, I think it was, dog branching throughout the tree, which just completely spread and major bits of dieback. Now I think this was possibly 2 trees. This one is failed. Both of them had to be literally pruned back to 4 inches because of the disease. Last spring, a year gone in a little bit. There was nothing on the tree. I was going to throw it out. I didn't get time, and then I noticed loads of tiny little buds, and I've left it. And it's had some aphid problem and affected by the wind, so there's a couple of bits of, oh well, it's part of this bud, so this will have to be split come the autumn. Looks like that's been 2 trees, this one's failed. This one was cut back about 6 inches because the wind got to it. But as you can see, it's surviving. And also this tree again, this was the same position 3 years ago. This had a weevil problem as well. Bad aphids attacked it a couple of years back, and again that diseased branching from a 3-foot bushy tree to an 8-inch stub. And then early last summer we seen shoots, and last year we had 18 inches of growth. tree's slowed down a little bit this year. It's grown a few inches. It's put on a lot more leaves lower down. So it's survived. I'll quickly show you one more tree that was affected by the same disease at the same time. Now this again was a 3.5 foot very bushy tree. This is Acer Palmatum red wine. You've just seen Acer butterfly there. Now this had a lot of more stems to it, but just had to be cut back and cut back. But this year it's slowly put on a lot more leaves, and the disease seems to have stopped. So there's always a chance that trees can make a comeback. But I'll update you in the future, in the next couple of weeks, on the Acer Osakazuki, and I'll show you how it's doing. And I'll say goodbye for now. You take care.